We must pay homage to him.
Collateral damage, but I'ma pay homage. I remember listening to music when I was in college. Even when I was young, I was always seeking the knowledge. Daydreaming of my wife's thighs, cause I love the fraudage. No cap, I'ma always keep it solid. Niggas asking me for crypto even though I lost my wallet. My clients, schizophrenic and psychotic. That's why my relationship with them is symbiotic. Nas said he remains flyest in the fat canias. I don't know what that means, but I pray to the most highest.
We must pay homage to him.
You know you're breaking my heart.
Yo, the manifesto, peep the manifesto. I'm flying on a plane from the north to archipelago. Your life's report in gold, even though it's hot and cold. Never fold, it feels great, you never sold your soul. Manifesto, peep the manifesto. I'm flying on a plane. Find me in the sacred rooms, helping to save lives and make people avoid the tombs. Penning thoughts ever since my mother's womb. My words are like bullets when the guns go boom. Empire State Crisis. I never profess to be the nicest, just make sure my wisdom's the brightest. Sometimes you have to lose in order to win the hardest. Move the migrants off the block, you can thank ISIS. But I'm on the block, still stuck paying taxes. Politicians are bad actors with bad facts. No spirituality in the body of fabric. They lie to you and make you believe it's all magic. The magic I believe in, divine intelligence, the type that towers over every mortal sentiment. The courthouse judge, case closed without prejudice. Go meditate on my words, I call it brain medicine.
You must believe it's you I love. Believe it's you I believe it's you.
Gun violence problem.
They said that all we would do.
R-O-R-E, Rory stands for Ricky's on the run, eating. He really better stop cheating. R-O-R-E, Rory stands for Ricky's on the run, eating. He really better stop cheating.
They said that all we would do.
Traversing through the different paths. Here's my... What we doing, y'all? What we doing? Gandhi in the building. What's going on? What's going on? DG first in the building, in the ethereal, intangible building, followed by crispy bacon in the building, sizzling, sizzling, well, sizzling, sizzling. What's happening, y'all? Chilling? Yeah, the title of this stream. Well, first and foremost, man, I hope everybody who finds this stream, they come in good health, wellness, and if you're experiencing something adverse today, that you find swift resolve. You know what I mean? You know, first and foremost, it's not gonna be a crypto stream, right? But it might spill over because, you know, when I talk about certain things, it ends up, I find a way, in a weird way, the creator always like inspires me to really highlight certain things involving crypto with certain things I talk about. So, you know, we don't know how it could go. That's what we're dealing with, right? I don't know. But first and foremost, you see, I'm going to talk about crypto real quick because I got to give respects to the good people that are doing great things in crypto. Acknowledgement, consistent work, unfettered by foolishness. Not trying to lie to the people, You're just calling things out as they are and presenting opportunity for people to learn and to even possibly prosper from what they learn off of involving crypto. All right? That's why we're here in this life, to experience it, to live through it, explore all the great things, right? Yeah. Yeah. We those who know understand new developments, upgrades, opportunity to advance technology is occurring on the GunDG.io side of things. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. I don't care if you like me or not. It's not about liking me. It's not about liking me. A lot of you like some giving tree. I don't care about it. Go hug a tree. Stop listening to somebody tell you they're a giving tree. Why don't you learn about what hugging a tree can bring and afford you as far as internal prosperity, as far as maybe even spiritual prosperity and clarity. Right. Have y'all tried doing that? It's important. It's important to learn and understand and learn what you don't even know. Why? That promotes growth. Shout out to the people in dealing with technology, dealing with financial prosperity, or trying to build some so people could become financially prosperous off of tech or off of crypto. Shout out to the good people doing work. The good people. Not the bad. The good. Not the bad people. Not bad people doing bad things. And I know y'all been hearing me. I've just been applying consistent pressure and criticism, all that towards that nondescript. Yeah. But I'm not saying that person all the way bad, but what he's doing, it hasn't been all the way good either. So it is what it is. Anyway, this thing is also going to, segue into what's happening. And shout out Primate Eco. Yo, y'all, I see y'all over there, man. Primate Ecos, I see y'all. I don't know if y'all been to a bear market before. Some of y'all probably have, but the more overwhelming amount of I'm almost like overwhelmingly, I think I want to say that because it's new, the whole thing, because it's the chain been new. The chain just launched almost 2.5 years ago. So see y'all doing some new stuff. Make it work. Hold on if you believe in the great things that you're doing, man. It's not for everybody, but guess what, man? It's opportunity. And this whole thing, this market down, can scare some people away. But sometimes that's where you have to learn. Get the information, get the knowledge, and take advantage of the times that are down. Because that's how you accumulate. When things are cheaper, more affordable. If you believe in something, it's gonna work. Just hold on, right? Hey, but your nondescript gotta get to a point where he's no longer nondescript in the right way. But listen, we're gonna get to the topic. What's the topic? Where there's smoke. There's a saying. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I believe, in my personal belief, I believe where there's smoke, there's fire, in a sense where there's certain people in life that you may or may not encounter. We have to understand, like, people have to really understand, not everyone out here in this amazing experience that we call life are good people. Not everyone out here are just simply good. Like real, everybody give everybody a chance. Some people are just bad. Period. I don't care where they come from, what lineage, what origin, what nationality, what creed, delineation of whatever initiation. Nobody cares. Some people are just simply bad, yo. And that thing doesn't discriminate. Like whatever it is, I just say they got bad heads, period, man. Some people are just here to just create havoc. And I'm one of those people that believe they need to go somewhere. They need to be dealt with accordingly. I am not one of those, like, for example, listen, I grew up in an urban metropolis in the United States, Northeast New York City, right? Grew up in New York. And used to always hear this, even as a young person. No, man, don't wish. I would hear people say that they don't wish jail on their worst enemy. They don't wish jail on their worst enemy because they subscribe to some type of underworld street code and ethics. First of all, I don't understand that code of ethics because I'm not of that, right? I'm not, please. Don't have the time. And I've seen what is done from a child up to adulthood. I've seen what living under those street code of ethics, what has yielded certain individuals in life. Is yielded them loss of health, is yielded them a fresh grave, is yielded them a fresh opportunity to be cremated, is yielded them an opportunity to be caged up and be told what to do for an innumerable amount of numbers in their lives, sometimes forever. That's what that type of stuff is yielded them. Is yielded them loss, consistent loss in the world, loss from family ties, loss from everything. That's what living under those types of street ethics, mores and code and weird philosophy. I don't understand. We'll never understand it at all. At all. Okay. So I'm what they call a civilian in the street in New York. Like, you law-abiding citizen, you're a civilian. This is the delineation. This is how they categorize these people, right? Human beings. If you're doing the right thing, you're paying your taxes, you're not breaking any laws, you're a civilian. Civilian, that's military speaking to me, man. Military type code. You in a situation where you among folks and it's representing some kind of military industrial complex. Civilian is those who are not of the military, right? Right? That's how I see it. But these people want to act like they're the gangsters and all this. So that's not my world, not my language. And a lot of them do bad things. Yo, get out of here, man. Kick rocks. I'm telling. I don't have a problem pushing a button and say, oh, you're doing that stuff right there, and you causing harm to me or mine, and all 911 dropping all kinds of dimes, quarters, $50 on any point. I'm not of that life, bro. I don't care about none of that. I don't understand, don't want to understand. All I know is you're committing atrocious acts, right? That's adversely affecting the quality of the life of mine and my loved ones. It's clip. I'm telling, right? Like anybody else would. I respect law enforcement, believe it or not. And I'm black. I respect law enforcement, though. I respect order. I respect certain things that, we have to understand. Listen, man, if you don't have certain things in place, what you going to have? Upheaval, uprisal, huh? Some of us can't even handle some kind of natural disaster. You think you're going to be able to handle some type of uproar and chaos? A little bit of rioting that took place during when we were locked down. You know how many people were afraid, including me? I'm not going out there. Keep shit real. Keep it real. I'm not going out there. Broken glass everywhere. People losing their mind. And then what? I'm just gonna act like you're not prepared. not prepared for what's, no, 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 no. I stick to what I understand and what I can navigate through. It's not a thing of, Gandhiji says, he thinks everyone should go to jail at least once. It's a real life experience. It's a real life experience. Oh, well, yeah, it is. It is a real life experience. Just getting in a situation where you're apprehended. You're apprehended by the law, like in a way where not only like it just is an energy that's involved that is just not for everybody, man. Just the vibe of you having your wrists shackled, with the cuffs, you already instantly feel a way. Like, oh, whoa, what is this? Huh? This ain't natural. This is not natural. How you want me to walk? You want me to sit here and move side to side because you got the wrists cuffed in the front or the back? Huh? And you're already feeling like, oh no, this ain't it. This is not it. This ain't it. The energy. No. Energy is not something you could create. You could only redirect, right? So you don't want to be involved with something like that, man. Much less be ran through the system. Pumpaholics, I see you, man. You know, for sure. This is what we do. 100% Pumpaholics. Yes. Me, unequivocal. I'm telling. Yes, officer. It was him. Yeah, it ain't me. It was dude. It was them. It was her. It was whomever. Just was 100%. 100%, man. Got no time for it, man. I'm a man of a certain age. I'm not about any of that foolishness, man. But you know, where there's smoke, there's fire, man. Like, I respect people in general. Like, I just don't like bad people. I don't like people who do bad things, period. I don't. I now understand change, how people could change their ways, improve their quality of lives. And we're not speaking about that on that level right now. And, you know, people who have done not so great things in life, right? And they learn from the error of their ways and decided, you know what, they could do better and have done better since. That's growth, right? That's positive, right? It's beneficial to you and yours and your community. I'm not addressing those situations. I applaud that. I praise that. I encourage that. It's when you got individuals that are not anywhere doing anything about that. It's about continuing acts of criminal behavior, harming people to no end. That's where I draw the effing line, bro. I draw the line, man. Oh yeah, you wouldn't. They'll talk about your free so and so, free such and such. They don't wish jail on their worst enemy. Then your worst enemy must be some of the nicest people you ever met in life. Then, if you don't wish jail on your worst enemy, they must be some sweet, something cushion, something nice, like a soft, supple pair of cheeks. They must be ass. Like, what are you talking about? You don't wish jail on your worst enemy, this and that, because you abide by some weird street code. That don't really offer longevity in life. Does the street code come with some kind of benefits? Can you go to see the doctor and show them your street code insurance? Does it street code feed you every day? When you're not involved with some type of illegal stream of revenue,
Street code gonna take care of you when you up in age, your health failing. What's the street code retirement plan looking like? It's looking like meager results like pulse chain, non-existent. in the work that I do. First of all, that's the thing too. Like, you know how I could just comfortably say what I say? Because number one, you don't have to be inside. You don't really have to have ever been apprehended to know that life is beautiful, like in a way where your freedom is something that super precious, super precious. But I've worked in the jails. I've worked in the jails. And in what they describe some of the seediest jails in this country. And sometimes some people would just say other things too extra to me, but I've worked in the jails in the trash, garbage bins, bro. Hell holes, bro. Everything in the effing jail is heavy. The hallways weigh 1,000 pounds, and like each square inch you walk over this thing, it's like 1,000 pounds per inch. This thing is just nasty. You know what reminds me of them jail hallways? Long, heavy, just feel heavy concrete. This thing is nasty feel. The energy crazy, right? You know what reminds me of those types of settings, institutionalized settings like that? When you walk into like some of the project buildings in New York, the walls, that concrete bricklaying, that the way that feels, just like that in a way. But it's worse in the jails. But it's not that different from a project building in New York City, y'all. Not that different. Not that much different at all. Heavy. Like, yo, damn, nothing could go through these things. A sense of cold, and a smell of shit in the air. This warm, it just malodorous thing that keeps going in your system. You walk in them jail hallways, man. I wasn't a guard. I wasn't no correction officer. No, I wasn't doing that. No, God, I don't want to be around these deplorable, heinous people doing heinous acts, evil motherfuckers. I don't know. Not all of them deserve the smoke they get. But, you know, those of you that don't deserve the level of smoke you get in jail, hope you remember the lessons and realize how crazy it can get for you. But some do. Some need to be there, never come out in society, y'all. And that's just jail. We talk, you know, because they do their time, whatever. Go to court, and then boom, you out of here. Go to prison and go do your time over there. And that's a whole different situation too. They're separate. I never worked in a prison. Don't care to work in any prison. Not about that. I just understand bad people need a place to go. I'm one of those. Like, no, don't empty the systems out. No. F for re-entry. Keep them. Have you met some of these people? It's not pleasure. It's not something comfortable. It's not cool. And then when they're outside with you, in the milieu, in society, chilling with you, you know how dangerous that is, man? That's crazy. You don't know. Sometimes you don't know. You don't know who next to you. At least inside, they say, yo, inside could be, when you're on the inside, like as a civilian, you working on the inside, some people describe that as one of the safest places you could be because you know what you're dealing with. You locked up the riffraff. You know what you're dealing with. It's easier than when you in the world. You don't know who's around you. Real shit. Real. You could be sitting next to somebody, man. You could be among a couple individuals. Yo, you don't even know what they get down with, the get down, and how they move. You don't understand what you around. Wolves in sheep clothing. So you always got to be on point in mind, body, and spirit. Always got to be on point. And then, because of what I do, like I work with mentally ill population, adult population. I started with children in my career, and then it progressed to adults, and they've just been dead adults for quite some time, right? When you couple mental illness with violence or criminal behavior, it's a whole different situation. A whole different situation, right? Which is a topic for, and I've talked lightly, mentioned something loosely over the years about some stuff with like, yo, they get passes and all. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. But there's a situation that I'm aware of that, like, yo, man, I hope justice is served swiftly on a situation where I know of that just talking about it, just it's just so disheartening, where and it affects me in a way because I understand the victim. The victim, are you talking about an old lady, yo? An old lady, like she, and I say it respectfully, you know, I respect elders, you know, I do. Old lady, I think she's pushing mid 60s, can't take care of herself, vulnerable, mentally ill, vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like they just, she can't take care of herself, man. Lost everything in her life, like no family. Yo, it's so sad. Lost everything, lost her closest support systems, gone within the last year and a half. Trying to help her though. Trying to help her get the support she needs, right? And the systems over here, when you talk about social systems, the systems over here are effing broken. That's what they are. These systems, hospital, social service systems, healthcare, medical care, mental health, housing. These systems are so fractured, so broken. And imagine you're trying to really help this lady because she don't even know how to boil water. She don't know how to use a phone. And nowadays we don't have landlines. We don't have rotary phones. Push button. She don't know how to use a phone. Can't do it. She knows how to smoke a cigarette. Bless her heart. That she can do on point. Like, she got a light in her hand. She'll ask you for a cigarette. If you don't have it, she gonna feel away. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the only forms of comfort that she can mix. I see you, man. Yo, the city must be like the 80s. Yo, bro, I let me tell. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Somehow, before she lost her system, before she lost her relatives, meaning her mother and her brother, her only system that she's had for like she in her 60s for like 50 years in her life, yo. Like life changed, like it's messed up, right? Something happened when she was a child. She was experimenting, or someone did something to her where she wasn't even experimenting, they say. It's hard to tell what the story is. Something to the effect of they gave her something to drink or to ingest. And ever since they gave her that, whatever it was, whatever substance, she experienced a psychotic break, and she was never able to recover, never been the same. Never been the same, yo. So, you know, so you're living in a state of that type of mental prison for the rest of the duration of your life, right? So you try to make it comfortable for this person as best as she can in a world of discomfort. And then lives in one of the worst communities New York City has to offer, yo. Like it's all the way crazy, right? So trying to help this lady, trying to let the systems know everything, yo. This right here is this is a case issue. This is high priority, high risk. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get it. Let's get to it, man. Let's help her. Yo, she need come on. Need help. And she still wants to somewhat have a say, right? Be independent and make choices for herself, and that's her right. Everything moving like molasses. Meanwhile, this person got to eat. Nobody making anything for her. No services in the house. She can't be by herself like that because she can't do nothing for herself. I mean, when I say can't do nothing, she could walk, but she can't do nothing else. Imagine hygiene issues. It's a wrap. Hygiene. You taking care of your body. You taking care of your everyday personal hygiene always needs improvement. But in this case, and that's when you have your faculties. So imagine when you're not even right mentally. Yo, that goes. That's the first thing to go. Sometimes people, I've learned, especially females that, you know, are might end up in places where, you know, have hard times, end up homeless, even locked up and stuff like that. They develop, you know, this malodorous, this scent, this smell, just to keep everybody away, yo. On purpose, because they're vulnerable. Some people don't understand certain things. Like they just talk all this crazy fantasy talk. And I don't know where they come from. That's why I don't align with stupidity and illusion. Like, it's real out here, bro. So before this lady lost her mother and her brother, something was in place where you had some kind of family friend involved, quote unquote, taking care, helping to take care of this lady because she needs 24 hours. It's like, and that's not existent anymore. You don't get 24 hours care unless you're the product of some kind of trust fund, baby. Your family is caked up, got all this wealth where they could hire their own private services. Unless you have something like that going on, you cooked. The most you could get now is maybe 4 hours, and you got to fight the system to get an hour added every so often. Out of 24 hours, you know somebody needs 24-hour care, and you could only put somebody in the house that's just going to get 4 hours help. A person who can't even fend for themselves. It's a recipe for disaster. So this nondescript person would call himself being a provider of some sort, but it was BS. Because in situations like this, you know, I don't know how the person was being taken care of when their relatives were alive. but this person was getting services as far as like monetary, right? When you're in the United States, you get Social Security. In some cases, for people who are not able, who are just unable, and they have to be cleared to it, whether it's medical, whether it's mental, psychological, this and that, they go through this process to be cleared and approved, and you finally, okay, you getting your monies every month. This person was getting monies every month. Caretaker or fake provider is supposed to be helping this person live while this person getting monies every month. The person doesn't know anything about getting monies every month. They don't know about going to a bank. They don't know about check, what direct deposit, what none of that. They don't know nothing about that. But guess who know about it? This provider, right? Fake provider. Fake, super fake. First of all, a person appears, you see the person, you're like, oh, this not legit. This is one of those family situations. Fake family, though. Like a friend situation. You come, oh, somebody off the street that you know, blah, blah, blah. You're in the middle of the hood, a person off the street that you know, blah, blah, blah. The person you find out later serves people in the community, not serve in a Mother Teresa like way either. We're talking about street pharmaceutical. You're a drug dealer, right? That's the provider now, right? So every time, like clockwork, it don't fail. When you know the dates of when that money's supposed to hit the account, guess what provider does? Oh, come on now. We're gonna call her Miss Sunrise. Come on, Miss Sunrise. Let's go to the bank now, Miss Sunrise. Yeah, we got to go to the bank. Why we got to go to the bank? Why we got to go to the bank? Oh, we got to go to the bank. Remember, Miss Sunrise, you got bills to pay. Miss Sunrise hasn't paid a bill a day in her life. But this dude is like, oh, yeah, Miss Sunrise, we got bills to pay. And Miss Sunrise, I got to buy you some food so you can eat. So you're manipulating the mind of the most vulnerable. You're manipulating the mind of a vulnerable person, making her believe that you her friend. You telling her, you taking her to the bank because, number one, she got bills to pay like rent. And you got to buy her food to eat, put food on her table. And you've been doing this for how long? To the point where you won her confidence, but she doesn't know any better. And you introduce yourself as her cousin. And you try to speak her tongue. Hispanic family. So he tried to blend in because he's Hispanic too. So you're gonna blend in and assimilate, try to just weasel in like a snake. Where there's smoke, there's fire. A tiger doesn't change his stripes. A snake is going to be a snake regardless of whatever. Walks this lady to the bank, can barely walk, but walking patiently. Oh, Miss Sunshine, take your time. Miss Sunshine, take your time. We're going to go to the bank. Get to the bank. Miss Sunshine, we both get to the bank, comfortable. Miss Sunshine gets to the teller with dude. Transaction occurs. Who you think is getting the money though? Because everybody knows Miss Sunshine is incapable. But who you think getting the bread? Right. Oh no, this is the nice drug dealer. This is the drug, oh yeah, he's taking care, giving back, atoning for the bad shit he does, showing the community, oh, see, not so bad. Right? Not so bad. Helping Miss Sunshine. None of you are. None of you helping, but he is. And talking to Miss Sunshine, and talking to Miss Sunshine, trying to talk to Miss Sunshine. Miss Sunshine, I'm jumping a little bit, but still. How much money did you get every time you were going to the bank? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe 20 $20, maybe 30. I don't know. How much money do you know that the bank gave to your cousin, drug dealer? I don't know. 200, 500, 900. I don't know. So that's the level of what you gotta now go do your 1-2s, do your due diligence, find out what's going on. Certain things happened, lost everything, got wiped out clean. Like in other words, when you got this guy all up in the house, you know, he got all the keys. Talk about private keys. He got keys, got phones, got documents. To be continued.
It's so freaking full.